This is Coach Mark Rodriguez, and I'm here to introduce part two of a presentation made to the WAFSU audience by the coach from India, Coach Partha. You can always watch these videos at wafsu.org. There's a course. You have to log in, but right now it's no charge, and he's speaking on sprinting, and the other earlier half was on the 400 IM. Plenty of great swimming resources there at wafsu.org.
And my next topic to discuss is sprint. Sprinters are different breed, right? They don't like to do long practice. Trust me, they don't like to do long practice. So sprinters, what I do, I am a strong believer that power circuit is very important. Sprinters need to do less amount of threshold work. They can do a lot of aerobic work. They need to work on the stroke efficiency, distance per stroke, which is fantastic. But I generally do power circuit on Monday. So we have given a couple of examples of power circuit in the next slide. You can do power tower, you can do vertical kick, you can do fins paddle, stuff like that, which is more like circuit, short rest, ATPCP work, explosive movement from 10-meter mark, all out finish, just 10-meter finish from 0 speed to max speed, or maybe turn, 10-meter, turn in, turn out, or stuff like that. So we do a lot of power circuit on Monday. We do a bit of plyometric based practice. Then we do a bit of aerobic threshold. Yes, that's the only day we do on Monday evening, but not like heart rate set, but a bit of variable aerobic threshold work what we do. Like for example, I'll give you an example what I did with my sprint swimmer last week. We did 16 into 100, where they are supposed to wear fins and paddle. They need to restart at 1:30 with fins and paddle, and they can wear snorkeling. They need to ensure that their stroke mechanics are correct. They're not supposed to do long stroke, but they need to work on the stroke length. In the odd 100, every odd 100, they need to hold a heart rate of 22 or 23. Generally with fins and paddle, 10 seconds. I'm talking about 10-second heart rate, 22, 23. In the even 100, in the first one, they need to hold a heart rate of, say, 25, 26. In the second one, they need to hold a heart rate between 27, 28. In the third even means first odd is always 23 heart rate. Even in the first one means number 2 is going to be 26 heart rate. Number 4 is going to be 28 heart rate. Number 8 is going to be 30 heart rate, which is like 180. And number 6 is going to be 80 heart rate. And number 8 is going to be 30 plus heart rate. So they need to hold a heart rate of 30 plus. Again, number 10 is going to be 26 heart rate. Number 12 is going to be 28 heart rate. Number 14 is going to be 30 heart rate. And number 16 is going to be 30 plus heart rate. How fast they can go. Some of our swimmers can go till 35 in 10-second heart rate, which is amazingly good. And that's what you need from sprinter. So that's more like anaerobic threshold work for sprinter, because their threshold work is different from distance swimmer. They can do continuous work, but this is what I do for my sprint group. As I given you example, odd hundreds are all 23 heart rate in 10 seconds, even 100. First one is 26, second one is 28, third one is 30, fourth one is 30 plus. Again, they come back to this. They use their fins and paddles so that they're also connecting their muscles along with their cardiovascular system, right? Distance swimmer only need cardiovascular. Here you need to engage your muscle with muscular endurance also. I think that's very important. Kick pull, I am very similar, a bit of recovery on Tuesday morning. We do a bit of lactic production and removal set. There are many examples. I'll give a very simple example which Alexander Popov used to do, Michael Bole used to do. I also do that in my set. We do 3 into 100, dive 25 all out, main stroke, about restart at 30 seconds, and then from 25 mid pool, they do a 75 meter. First 75 freestyle is going to be moderate slow speed. Second 25 meter is going to be moderate high speed. Third 75 is going to be high speed. So you need to see that 75 meter, which they're doing in freestyle, are in descending. All 25s are going to be all out. So generally what we do, we dive, do 25 meters, we restart at 30 seconds, then 75, and then come out for next one is at 2 minutes. So each 100 is of 2 minute 30-second rest. After every 3 to 100, you get 200 easy. You repeat that for 3-4 sets, whatever round you want to do. I think that's very good for lactic production, which is 25, and removal, which is 35. I think it's one of the beautiful set. I won't take the credit. The credit goes to long backs and the Russian coaches. And again, a lot of Australian coaches are using it. Even some of us are using this also. We do a bit of game balance stability work on Tuesday. Uh, Aerobic development on Wednesday morning, very similar to them, but their aerobic is going to be much more comfortable, do a lot more kick work for sprinters, unlike other swimmers do normal swimming or pulling work. For sprinters, we actually do 3 gym sessions. We do 1 gym session on Tuesday, and we do 1 gym session on Wednesday, and we do 1 gym session on Friday. Generally, we used to do on Monday because some of the swimmers are uncomfortable. That's why you want to skip that Monday thing. Then speed or USRPT work. You'll see some of the USRPT work. One other thing I do for my sprinters are 625s. First to 8 out of 10 effort, next to 9 out of 10 effort, last to 10 out of 10 effort at 40-second rest interval, and then they do 150 easy in short course, and then they repeat this set for 4 rounds, so end up with 24 25s. So all these 25s has to be faster than your 100 pace. Of course, it's going to be faster because you're doing push and hand touch, but much faster than your 100 pace. Means 100 timing divided by 4. So that's something we do in USRPT sets. We do some other sets also, which can be discussed later. Evening, we do some VO2 max, or very similar to the lactic production or removal, or sometimes front end or back end speed work. I'll show you some front end or back end speed work, which we do. That'll be good. Then Friday, we do a bit of technique work. If the swimmer is senior, they're not young, we skip that anaerobic threshold work. So Monday evening, they do a gym session, they take off. So for senior sprinters, we do only 8 sessions. For semi-senior sprinters, like up to 20 years of age, we do 9 sessions. Above 20 years, we do 8 sessions for swimmers. We add 1 more gym session on Monday instead of anaerobic threshold work. So that's what we do. And need of the week is, of course, as you can see. So let me show you some of the example of what we do for speed development. Can we go to the next slide, please? I'll give you 2 examples. I'll start with the right side example. I've just discussed about the power circuit. So this is one of the power circuit you can do. 3 rounds of vertical quick with heavy weight, say 10 kilos dumbbell, right, or 10 kilos weight. And 10 seconds, only 10 seconds. The swimmers can hold the dumbbell, go down on the floor. If it is 2 meter depth, go down on the floor, push yourself up and do your bodies go up, and hold your body up for 10 seconds with heavy weight. So 10 seconds only, but max weight, solid kick. Again, relax. It's going to be 1:3 ratio of rest. Means if you're kicking for 10 seconds, you're resting for 30 seconds. So 10-second kick, 30-second rest, 3 rounds. Then you come out to the starting block and do a solid 25-meter dive kick breakout. Means you're breaking out the surface after doing underwater, but with kick instead of swimming. So you're doing solid 25-meter, where you need to do 15-meter breakout at the surface and do 10 meters solid kick at the surface. So you can do that as one of your power circuit. And then, of course, a bit of recovery work. I've written 300 pull with paddle, snorkel, shocks. You can do anything for your swimmers, which is sort of aerobic work. We do swimming chords, 10 time push, and then and you don't do long chords here. So suppose the long chord is of 25 meters, you fold it by 4 times, so the chord become very short and tough. Then you fix it at the starting block, and the swimmers are going to push up, and the chord is going to pull them back. So they're going to do 10 chord push like that, and then they'll do some turn sprint from backstroke flag to 10-meter turn breakout. So they breakout at 10 meter, do 1 stroke, and then they do the whole thing for 4 rounds. So that's another power circuit you guys can do for your swimmers. Again, a bit of recovery set. Don't go for this 300 main stroke kick drill. Whatever you want to do, you can incorporate there. You do 10 50s at 150 with fins and paddle. breakout drill, odd underwater, even neutral. Breakout drill, what is breakout drill? Means you go under the water, do 6 or 7 butterfly kick, and you break out of the water and do 1 or 2 stroke. Again, go down, break out of the water, do 1 or 2 stroke till 50 meter. So that's breakout drill underwater. Even is breakout drill neutral. What is neutral? You come back to zero speed. So don't push off, just come back to zero speed. Do 2 stroke cycles solid. Again, relax and glide. When your body becomes neutral, zero speed, again do 2 stroke cycle. Again, glide. When your body becomes zero, again do 2 stroke cycle. So these are called neutral breakout. Another one is underwater breakout. So you can mix underwater breakout and neutral breakout for your swimmers. I think that's a good circuit. And again, HVO, high velocity overload. It's generally 20 meters. What we do, two dive and glide. Um, 4 dive and 3 stroke, 2 with parachute, 2 regular. So this is something, some power circuit you can do for your swimmers. I think that's fantastic for sprint-based swimmers. Um, on the other way, the other practice, what you can do, this is practice more. It's like lactic production or lactic tolerance or stuff like that. If you want to introduce, you can do this kind of set. 7 into 50 at 1 minute, 10-second restart. First two is going to be 4-stroke explosive. Third is 5-stroke explosive. Fourth is 6-stroke explosive. Fifth is 8-stroke explosive after push. And 6 and 7 is 9-stroke explosive. After you finish that, you take 30-second rest. Now you're ready to do a solid push-off max. Your body is already loaded with lactic acid because of all those explosive work. And we want to see how good push max effort you can do. Then you do 50 easy. The both combination should be 2 minutes. Then you come out. You're not doing the dive in the first one. Then do a solid dive. What you need to see that push max and dive max combining timing should about close to your 100 meters personal best. Dive and push combined timing should be close to your 100-meter personal best. After that, you do a bit of removal. That's why we're doing 4 into 100 comfort at 140. 3 into 50 deep prepared. You can do the whole set for 3 times or 2 rounds or whatever your swimmers are capable of doing. With a solid speedboard, beautiful for sprinters, beautiful for 50 and 100 swimmers. I think that's going to be really helpful. I'll go to the next slide. A bit of race preparation, right? Race, when we talk about race, we need to ensure for sprinters, we work on their front end, we work on their back end. And I think these two parts are very important because sprint race is all about front and back, middle part. You do a couple of strokes, which you have already done before, practice. I generally feel that to develop your front part of your race, especially for 50 meters, you need to do a lot of power tower sprint. Those who don't know what is power tower, you can Google it. You have those tubs. We have those tubs. You have a belt. You push off and do 15-meter all out with, say, we put progressive load. So we start with 20 kilo of load, then we put 25 kilo load, we put 30 kilo load, then we even go 35 kilos of load, and then the swimmers are going to push off with that and do solid 15-meter. So these are very good for sprinting. You can do with swimming, you can do with kicking, you can also do pulling. You can do a lot of start drill, like we do medicine ball starts, or there are a lot of other start drill what you can do with sprinters. There are various beautiful start drills available in internet. You can take some of the suggestion, but must do some of the good start drill. There's a good drill progression of Caesar Cello of Auburn University many years back. We strongly believe in that. We do a lot of those drills. You can try that. Some breakout practice. It's what is breakout? Breakout is after underwater when you're about to reach surface, or when you reach surface and going to start your first stroke. That's your breakout. So you want to improve your breakout speed. You do breakout with parachute. D1 is dive 1 stroke with parachute. So you do same number of underwater butterfly kicks. Suppose you do 7 butterfly kick under the water after dive. You do 7 underwater butterfly kick. Then do a solid stroke. Then dive 2 stroke in the next one. Then dive 3 stroke in the next one. And then do a bit of recovery. Again, repeat the whole thing again 2-3 times. I think that's going to be fantastic for breakout. Vertical kick we already discussed. You do underwater skills. You can do roller coaster kicking, to solid and fast kicking. You can do fish kick, to solid and fast kick. You can do reverse butterfly kick, keeping your hand towards the sky. There's so many good underwater skills you can do. You must do those skill practice. For pull out, you can do breaststroke pull out, multiple pull out with snorkel, wearing snorkel on the surface, and then you do solid dive with double pull out, triple pull out, breaststroke. You can now do some mid pull three strokes. Mid pull three stroke means you have the mid pull to one, two, three strokes suddenly, do a turn. Or one, two, three suddenly and do a finish. Suddenly, zero speed to sudden speed. Can you do that? I think these are the things which will help you to develop the front part of your race. If you're a sprint-based swimmer, if you're a sprint-based swimmer and you want to build your back part of your race, for 50 meters, I suggest 625 best effort with dive, walk back. This is for 50 meters to bring the second part of your race, though you're doing dive. It's interesting. We can discuss that later, why and how it helps you in back end. The restart is going to be 130. That means first 25, you dive and walk back at 1 minute 30 seconds. And you start the next one at 1 minute 30 seconds. Second one, start at 120 seconds. Third one, start at 115, 10 seconds. Fourth one, start at 1 minute. Fifth one, that's very challenging. Start at 50 seconds. So, I mean, sixth one is anyway, no restart. So sorry again. First one you dive. Second one you start at 130. Third one you start at 120. Fourth one you start at 1 minute. 110. Fifth one you start at 1 minute. And sixth one you start at 50 seconds. So on the sixth one, since you're getting less stressed and you're walking back, your body already got a lot of lactate. And if you can still do solid sprinting till the sixth one, you're building your back end. I think that's a fantastic back end work for sprinters. I do a lot for our sprinters who are wearing the racing suits. You can try for your swimmers. So the back end speed for 100, you can try Australian Institute of Sports says chart for 100 meters. Check what should be the back end speed timing for a particular 100 meter swimmers. And swimmers need to maintain that timing for 350s. You can do that with racing suit. The first 50 restart is going to be 1 minute 20 second restart. Second 50, 1 minute 10 second restart. Third 50, any of you are done. So there's no restart in that. And after every round, you can take about 200-300 easy swimming, and you can repeat the whole set for 2 to 3 times. 350s back end speed work. It's basically for sprinter who are mostly for 50 and 100 or 100 and 50. The few swimmers who are only for 50, they can do that 625 base effort, big dive. Is always remember this. The mind controls the body. So your mind is unlimited. Thank you so much. And with that, I conclude my presentation. The
Coach,
last.
we don't have the right words to say thank you, and we will be sending you your certificate of appreciation.